need to know about this Big Boom AJ feud, and you bring in the Doom, and like you mentioned, like, you did pitch the idea to work with AJ. I will say it because you probably can't say it. I think it should have been on the main card because that match was more over.
Okay, so here's my thought, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, when pitching something, you want to try to check a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
You're not going to take up a lot of TV time. You're not going to ask for pay-per-view time, right? There's a lot of things that you want to. When it came to AJ, his whole social media is free. So it's like, why try to get his people to pay for that on the first one, especially, right?
Yeah.
Let's figure out how we could do this, how we can make it work, and so on and so forth. I knew AJ from 2005. We've always stayed in touch. When Sanjay reached out to me about him and said, hey, I know this guy, we found out we both knew him. He said, can we get him to All Out with his son? And I didn't go to All Outs, but I knew when watching him on the pre-show, okay, he's a wrestler. He's going to want to wrestle. And I asked him, hey, is this something that we could do? And he straight up said no. And I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute, this is not how you're supposed to respond. I said, well, we could do a tag match. I can be on your side, or we could pair you with somebody because I'm normally the bad guy and so on and so forth. We'll figure it out, Then I guess he spoke to his family and stuff. And I told him, like, this will be really good, man. It's New Jersey. It's your hometown. It's my hometown. Yeah. We'll make it feel like huge, We'll do it at Barstool. We could do all these, all these things. We'll build it up. And then pitching it to Tony. Obviously, it helped that we weren't going to take up the TV time. Yeah, it was just, like I said, it was a lot of fun. And, I think it showed the fans that don't care for that style or that type. It showed them that it's okay to have that on the show as well. Originally, we weren't even going to be the main event of the pre-show. And because in my mind, I thought, okay, if all these people tune in at like 7:15, they can watch the main event, which could be the 4-way with Buddy and Top Flight, Dante and stuff. And it would introduce them to what AEW really is. But the more we started talking and everything, it was like, oh, this has to be the main event. I don't think things are going to be able to follow this right out the gate. And selfishly, I remember calling Tony and he was talking to other people like, hey, do you think it's okay if we go last? Like, I feel like we're going to build this up. I think it has to go last and we have to bring them down a little bit before we start the pay-per-view. And, some people may not have come back from that match. You know what I mean? Like, because some of them weren't wrestling fans. They were AJ fans, or they were just there to see some kind of spectacle. And like I said, I was really proud of what we did. I think it worked out for him. I mean, we've used him since, and he's part of the AEW family now, which that was not the pitch. But of course, Tony, after talking to him and realizing what kind of person he was and all that other stuff, it all just worked out for everybody.
And it worked. And to get Big Justice involved, the RZA's involved now, like the whole crew's involved, which is insane.